perfectionism is a myth. I believe in excellence. I believe in classics. I believe in divine perfection. I believe pieces of art or work can be really, really great, really, really damn good. But I don't believe in perfection. I don't believe in being a perfectionist. I believe that you can strive to better your craft, but I don't believe you should strive to create perfect works. In fact, striving for perfection can actually be more harmful than good. It can lead to self-judgment, self-criticism, and stagnation. Instead of aiming for perfection, we should aim for development and growth. We should aim for ease, comfortability, and understanding when it comes to our creative process. We should aim for more authenticity, better quality, and more self-fulfillment when it comes to putting out our final draft or final piece or final project or product. In other words, it's all about the journey. It's all about enjoying the journey rather than the destination. And I know what you're thinking. You've heard that 1,000 times. You're probably going to hear it 1,000 more times. So have I. And yet I still fall into the trap of using the final destination as a measure of my success and progress. It's hard not to. After all, we're taught to shoot for the records, the sales, the numbers, the followers, the views, the championship, the rings, the Oscars, the Emmys, the Grammys, etc., etc. But the truth is, what is more important is the work. Is the work Grammy worthy? Is it selling 1 million copies or selling a piece for $500,000 worthy? Is it worthy of that? Only you can answer that. But if you're being honest with yourself and what you put into your work, that should be a very, very easy question to answer. Perfection is a myth, y'all. The mindset of needing your work to be squeaky clean, to be flawless, to be without a blemish before you put it out, that is harmful and paralyzing. That's what's going to keep you from creating. That's what's going to keep you from putting your work out. That's what's going to keep you from seeing your own progress, because you're only putting out work that you feel is perfect and without flaws and can't be criticized and can't be judged. You're only going to be putting out work that you think people are going to love and people are going to enjoy. And the truth is people don't want perfection. They want something that they can relate to. They want to see something that's new and original. They want to see something that's real. They want a real experience. They want to see the artist being authentic. They want to connect. They want to feel. What comes to my mind is The Weeknd. He's slowly becoming one of my favorite artists, and he's becoming one of my favorite artists because he is so raw in his expression of just his emotions through his music. And his music isn't the prettiest music. It sounds good, but when you listen to the message of his music, when you listen to the lyrics of his music, you can see that there's a lot of ugly in it. There's a lot of self-judgment in it. There's a lot of self-depreciation in it. And it's real because it's a side of, I think, pop music that we're not used to seeing. It's a side of, especially in the Black community, it's a side of music that we're not used to seeing. It's a perspective that we're not used to seeing, a perspective that we don't celebrate. And he makes these songs, and a lot of these songs are bangers. Like, a lot of these songs are upbeat songs, and yet you listen to the lyrics and, like I said, they're self-depreciating songs. And I just love the way that he's able to balance being very, very emotional and raw in his music, while also dropping some classic bangers that you'll hear in the radio and that you'll hear in clubs or that you'll hear in movies and commercials. He's just very raw with it, and I know if The Weeknd was too consumed with putting out a squeaky clean image or putting out work that's perfect and can't be judged or criticized, then he wouldn't be who he is now. He wouldn't be the artist that he is now. And I'm not saying you should not put care or energy into your work, or that if you really want to revise and edit your piece, you're somehow wrong for that. No, what I'm saying is there's no such thing as perfection. Perfection is really what you see and what you interpret as perfection being. You can say Star Wars is the most perfect movie to ever come out, and I could say that's a bunch of bullshit. Star Wars sucks. Not saying I think it sucks, you know what I'm saying, but I could say that because perfection is all about perception. It's all about who is interpreting the work. I think the true measure of perfection is satisfaction. Having the satisfaction of putting your heart, mind, and soul into your work. Perfection is not real. What makes something perfect? I'd say it's satisfaction. Not from the audience, not from the critics, but from yourself as an artist and creator. Satisfaction is what you should aim for. Satisfaction is the journey that we talk about being on and being fulfilled by. Perfectionist mindset is the enemy. Striving to improve and doing deeper work, that's the goal. Striving to get better every time you paint, striving to get better every time you do a podcast episode, striving to improve and do deeper work by being more authentic to yourself and allowing yourself to express yourself freely and openly without the binds of fear and doubt and what people will say about you. That's the goal. Putting more of yourself into the work, that's the goal. The final destination, where you finally end up after all this is said and done, that is none of your business. Let your work take you where you need to go. Let it take you to the other people who can help advance your work. Let it take you to all the other resources that you're going to need to continue to do your work. Allow your focus to be on the work and allow your work to take you where you need to be.